I don't know if you've heard, but the Boise Metro area is growing like crazy. So if you're thinking about making the move up to our area, you're gonna wanna know where are things kind of going. But as much as I don't have a crystal ball to tell you exactly what it'll look like 20 years from now, we do hear about projects that are coming a few years from now that get everybody super excited. Today, I'm gonna zoom in focus on Eagle, Idaho in particular, and share with you 4 really cool things that are coming to the Eagle area over the next couple. What's up, guys? I'm Chase Dolan, your Boise realtor, and as an Eagle resident, I help people make the move out to our area every single day. The first project that I want to share with you is going to occur right outside of downtown Eagle, and it's eventually going to be called East End Marketplace. So this is going to be a 15-acre retail commercial development right outside again of downtown Eagle, and it's happening in an area that we've been waiting to get developed for some time now. What makes this development one of the most exciting things, in my opinion, is it's gonna bring a Chick-fil-A over to Eagle, Idaho. I am a fan of Chick-fil-A, but it's located everything right now towards I-84, and something that I talk about on the channel a lot is getting from Eagle to the highway. That is some of the worst traffic that we have in our valley. So having this a little bit closer, it's gonna be fantastic. The other sort of flagship restaurant that's gonna be in this development currently is gonna be a Panera. But once it's all said and done, there's gonna be 3 drive-through restaurants. There's gonna be a couple more sit-down restaurants. There's gonna be some retail, there's gonna be office spaces, and it's just gonna further enhance what downtown Eagle has to offer to its residents. This is a project that has been going back and forth between the development team and the city for, gosh, a few years now, but it should finally, after some alterations, have the green light to get started. In the same part of downtown Eagle, if you just hop over State Street, it was just announced that Lifetime Fitness is gonna open their first Idaho location. For those of you that may not have heard of them, Lifetime Fitness is a well-known national upscale athletic country club, and they have locations all over the place. Like I said, this is gonna be their first Idaho location, which is a pretty big deal. For those of you that are familiar with the area, Lifetime is actually gonna be taking place of the Eagle Tennis Club. So they're gonna be taking that current building, they're gonna be renovating it, and then adding on to kind of fit their needs. Lifetime is planning a pretty extensive remodel and addition, and currently in the plans to modify the Eagle Tennis Club, they're gonna be taking it down to only 6 tennis courts, adding in their staple, the massive fitness area. And of course, they're gonna be taking some of those existing tennis courts and they're gonna be adapting them to be a full pickleball court setup. On top of this, they're gonna be adding a full addition that when it's done will increase the building size by about 60%. And Eagle Tennis Club is not a small building, so this is gonna be a really large area once all is said and done. Once completed, inside of Lifetime, you're gonna have a lounge area, you're gonna have a full pro shop, yoga and group fitness studios, you're gonna have a big kids outdoor play area, a kids academy with basketball courts and a classroom, a full service cafe, nice locker rooms, you're gonna have massage areas, and you're also gonna have 2 outdoor pools with the plans for a huge pool deck. As of filming this video, the current timeline for the initial kind of opening phases is gonna be sometime in spring of 2025, but like with all things development, that can change a lot. So keep an eye out on it, but right now the waitlist is open so that you can hear once they're ready to start accepting members. And before we get into the next really cool thing coming to Eagle, Idaho, I just want to give you the reminder, I am a local agent up here in the area. So if you have any questions at all about moving or living in Eagle, Idaho, all of my information is down below. I would absolutely love to chat, and make sure to hit that subscribe button. That way you're the first to know everything you need to know about living up here in Eagle, Idaho. But the next project that I want to talk about is more on the western edge of Eagle, and it's a little bit of a cheat because it's right on that border of Eagle and Meridian, but I want to talk a little bit about Central Valley Plaza. This is a large development project that is going to be anchored, and really the main draw of it is going to be a brand new hospital. This is in a part of town where you're a little bit separated from the hospitals throughout downtown Boise and then along the highway in Meridian and Nampa. So it's going to serve a nice need for one of the faster growing areas in our valley. It's gonna start with a 90,000 square foot, that is a crazy number, 90,000 square foot medical office center. It's gonna have a full surgery center, and eventually it's gonna have a full emergency department. Of course, as more information gets released and it gets closer to the opening phases, check with what's offered there if you have any sort of specific medical needs. But even just the fact that you have a hospital with an emergency department located in this part of town, that is going to be huge for our valley. Around the medical center, you're going to have a ton of office space. You're eventually going to have some nice retail opportunities. There's going to be a senior living center. And then the majority of this development is being done by Brighton Homes, more of their commercial side. But of course, on the edge of it, there's going to be a small subdivision with some smaller lot kind of home setups. One of the biggest questions I get from people who are making the move up here is, hey, what does the medical scene look like? Healthcare. This is going to fill one of the biggest gaps that we have, because if you're in that northern part of town, sometimes you got to travel a little bit more, and that's not what makes everybody comfortable. So just for that fact alone, I am super excited about this. And then saving potentially the best for last, I want to talk about Valnova, which is a brand new, gorgeous development that's going to be happening in the northern part of Eagle, in the foothills kind of between Eagle on your way to Emmett. Valnova is going to be a 6,000 acre new development, and it's going to be all throughout the foothills. This is an area of town that just hasn't been developed in the past, so it's a really cool opportunity to get into some of the best scenery and just a nice area of town. But of course, the big question whenever we get these big developments is, how's it going to ruin that current feel that it has? Well, Valnova, the reason that they did this land and they're setting the development up is they want to preserve that open space. They want to preserve that natural feeling. So even as of right now, as building is just getting started, they've already set aside 50% of those acres to be slated for open space. Valnova does currently have permission to build up to 7,000 homes, but the plan right now is a little up in the air on what the total number will look like when all is said and done. But this is going to be a 15, 20, 25-year project, and it's going to offer some great amenities along the way. They're going to be building their Glencara Greenway, which is going to be this long horizontal garden running along a greenbelt throughout the development. You're going to have a community park and a community kind of club area, and eventually you're going to have a village center where they're going to have office space, they're going to have retail, they're going to have some coffee shops. It's going to be set up in that plaza style so that you can walk and you don't need to worry quite as much about cars. On the home side, you're going to have access to an extensive builder list. Some of the best builders that we have up here in the area have lots designated to them in some sort of phase. And in the same breath as the 50% of the development that they're dedicating to open space, one big thing that they really wanted to do to make this development special and different than the other suburbs around is they have it slated for 75% of residential home sites are going to be adjacent to some sort of open space. This is something that is just very hard to find in our area, and that number backing up to some sort of open space, having nobody on the side of you, whatever it is, that is going to be something that's going to draw a lot of people up to Valnova. As of filming this video, reservations are open in the initial phases with some of those builders. So as much as this video is about all of the cool things that are coming to the Eagle, Idaho area, on the real estate side, this is an opportunity that I just see being such a cool find over the next 5 to 10 years. And if you can get in a little bit early, that's just always a great scenario. So if you have any questions about Valnova and where things sit right now as of you watching this video, shoot me an email down below and I'll send you an email with all of the current availability, the amenities, and everything that I know. But overall, those are just some cool things that I think are coming to Eagle, Idaho over the next couple of years that you should be excited for. Whether you've already made the move up to Eagle, you're just now starting to think, or wherever you are on your journey, our valley is growing so fast. And there are some cons with this, but there are pros as well. And these are some of those. So if you have any questions, all of my information is down below. I'd absolutely love to chat. And if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button down below. That way you are the first to know everything you need to know about living up here in the Boise, Idaho area. But until then, watch one of these videos that's popping up, and I'll see you all on the next one.